guys, it is April from Getting Hooked With It. Today I wanted to bring you my August book haul. I have 9 books to share with you. I am pretty excited about all of them, so let's get into it. The first book that I bought is Ali Smith's The Accidental. So this book is very much beloved by a lot of British booktubers here, and this was the Ali Smith that called to me the most. I read Hotel World a very long time ago. I'm talking like 10 plus years ago, and I enjoyed it, but I can't remember very much about it. So this follows a family who are staying at their summer home, and one day a complete stranger named Amber shows up at the door, and she's got all sorts of gifts for people, and she drudges up a lot for this family. I feel like there are going to be a lot of either family secrets or family drama in this book, and I've heard good things, so I picked that one up. I also picked up Purple Hibiscus by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. I have been meaning to read some of her work, and I think that I've got another of her books on my shelf, Half of the Yellow Sun. So this follows a 15-year-old girl who lives with her father, who is a very intimidating man. She's afraid of him. He's incredibly religious. I think he's Catholic. When Nigeria is shaken by a military coup, she is kind of forced into moving away and living with her aunt, and that turns out to be a blessing. Her aunt and her aunt's home is incredibly lively and surrounded by people and laughter, and it kind of saves her, and she's able to work through some of the secrets and issues that she has been dealing with. It sounds great, and Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie is meant to be an amazing writer, so I'm happy to pick up her works without knowing too much about them because she's apparently amazing. So yes. I also picked up Bel Canto by Ann Patchett. Now, I have read Bel Canto before, but I didn't have it on my shelves, and I love this book so much. I would be happy to reread this. This is about a birthday bash that happens in some country in South America, and it takes place at, I think, the vice president's home. And there is this big lavish party happening. You know, there's an opera singer invited to sing. It's just in a big elaborate party. And at some point in the evening, a band of gunmen show up. They're essentially terrorists, and they take everyone hostage. And it's what goes down from then on. It's fantastic. I should really read more Ann Patchett. This is the only book that I've read by her, and I loved it, so I don't know exactly why I haven't picked up more from her, but at the very least, I have this one, which I'm very pleased about. I also bought Chocolat by Joanne Harris. Now, I have the sequel to Chocolat called The Girl with No Shadow, and it's funny, I was kind of planning on just diving into The Girl with No Shadow because I've already watched the movie Chocolat, but I kind of changed my mind when I saw this on sale for like 25 cents. I just had to pick it up. It's actually funny. You might be seeing me pick up The Girl with No Shadow in another haul later. So yeah, you'll see me have that little dilemma of like, I don't really need to read the original because I've already seen the movie, and here I am with the original. So this follows a mother and her daughter. They move from little city to city or town to town based on the wind. So the wind takes them to a town, and in this book it takes them to a little town in France. And here they set up a little chocolate store, and that sends the whole town into a tizzy, which is really fun. So I'm super excited. I know that I'm going to be picturing Johnny Depp as I read this entire thing, and that's okay. I also received The Portrait of a Lady by Henry James. My sister actually gave this to me. She was doing some cleaning out of her bookshelves and getting rid of a bunch of books, and she gave this to me, which I'm really happy about because I love Henry James. This is about Isabel Archer, who is a wealthy American woman, and she visits Europe with her aunt, and she's expected to find a husband there, and she ends up finding many suitors. However, it seems like all of them might have ulterior motives. I am really eager to read some Henry James. It is a chunker though. I think this is something like, it's over 600 pages. It's a beast, but it'll be worth it. I also grabbed Good Harbour by Anita Diamant. I have been meaning to pick up all of Anita Diamant's works. So this is a contemporary book about two women who live in Massachusetts, and they're both at difficult periods of their life. One of them has discovered that she has breast cancer, and the other is feeling incredibly disjointed from her family, so she can't seem to connect with her husband and her daughter. And these women find solace in each other, essentially. And I really loved The Boston Girl. I found it so uplifting, and even the cover of this just seems so uplifting, so I'm so happy to have this. I just love this author. She's just awesome. I also found The Storyteller by Jodi Picoult. Now, I've never read anything by her before, but I've heard very good things, and this was recommended to me by someone when I did my What Should I Read Next tag. This was recommended to me, so as soon as I saw it, I grabbed it. This is about a woman who is in a grief support group, and she meets an elderly man at that group, and they kind of strike up this friendship. And one day this man tells her that he was actually a Nazi, and she has to deal with that. What is she supposed to do? Should she turn him in? Should she ignore it? What do you do in that situation? And apparently Jodi Picoult does this thing where she tries to put the reader in positions that seem super black and white, that you should most definitely turn him in, but she throws you into this position where you don't know what to do, and she shows the gray in her book. So I'm eager to actually try that out. So we shall see what I think of this. It's another chunker. What is going on with all of these books? This is like 500 pages, but it does sound pretty good. I also picked up To Kill a Mockingbird. I'm so happy that I found this. You have no idea how far and wide I looked for To Kill a Mockingbird. On sale. I was looking for it used because that's how I buy so many books. And I finally found this one at a Value Village and picked it up. I can't believe that I haven't read this. How is that even possible? I'm not even going to go into what To Kill a Mockingbird is because everybody knows it except me. Now, I am reading this at this very moment. I might have it wrapped up before August ends. I know this is going live like at the very beginning of September, but I'm really hoping that I'm able to finish this before August is done because I'm enjoying it so far, and I just can't wait to find out more about Scout and Atticus and the whole drama. So good. I also picked up a book that has really upset a lot of Harper Lee fans. A lot of fans are very upset that this even exists. I grabbed Go Set a Watchman. Now, this is apparently the first version of Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird. This is what she first was meant to write, and then she rewrote it, and what she rewrote turned into To Kill a Mockingbird. And I think this follows Scout as an older woman. Yeah, she is 26 years old in this book instead of a child. So I'm kind of eager to read this. I don't know what all the fuss is about, and I'd really like to find out, but it seems like this is one of the most hated books in the world, and I know that there is a lot of talk about whether or not Harper Lee was kind of pushed into publishing this at the end of her life, which would be truly a shame. I hope that that's not the case, but I am eager to find out what all the fuss is about. So those are all of the books that I got in August. I'm so happy about all of these. They just look fantastic. Let me know what book you bought in August that you are most excited about. I'd love to know, and I'll see you next time. Bye!